Welcome everyone, this is Mohandan Raghavan. This video we are going to learn about HTML5 and CSS3. Let's say you have decided to become a full stack developer or front-end developer, or let's say for your business you want to create your own website by learning the HTML and CSS and so on. So for that reason, we are going to learn the very basics about the HTML5 and CSS3 in this video series. In order to work on HTML files, first we will understand how website works. If you go to the Google and look for any image that explains how website works, you will clearly understand that any user will be just typing the URL inside our browser. We will be entering our website name with the protocol HTTP or HTTPS. Then it will go to the web server and it will be giving the result in the form of HTML pages. The HTML page is the very basic structure, and we will make so many formatting by using the style sheets, which is nothing but CSS. And even you can make more interactive HTML pages by using the JavaScript. However, this series we are going to deal with HTML and CSS, how to build the basic structure and how to format that basic structure by using the CSS sheets. Now coming to the introduction about the HTML, if we go to the W3 schools, the initial introduction about the HTML will be like a standard markup language for creating the web pages, which means that this is only the markup language which gives you a good structure of the HTML content rather than making any programming on that. So in simple, HTML, it's the only markup language, not a programming language. So with that, whatever we can do as a theory part, you can see it here and you can go through the theory part. Now, in order to work with the Visual Studio, you will be having more opportunities that you can deal with HTML files very efficiently. So for that purpose, we are going to download the IDE called Visual Studio Code or VS Code from Microsoft. You can just type code.visualstudio.com and you can download the VS Code as per your OS. After downloading, just go to your documents folder or any folder. Just create a new folder called HTML demo. And go to the VS Code, open the VS Code. And here you can click on the file and click on open folder. Now you can open the folder called HTML demo where you have saved. And click on select folder. And after that, we are going to install some plugins so that we will be having more facilities in handling the HTML files. Click on the extensions and look for the Prettier. Prettier code formatter, as the name suggests, it will be giving a good formatting on the HTML files and CSS files. It will be generally used for the web page development or let's say the full stack development. Here you can see it supports JavaScript, TypeScript, and JSX and JSON and CSS, SES, and so on. Mainly it is supporting for the HTML as well. So you can click on the button install here. In my case, already installed. So that's why you are seeing the uninstall button. In the similar fashion, you can just click on search bar and type for live server. So this live server will make you, whenever you make changes in HTML files, you don't need to save that and you don't need to wait for that. You can directly here write the code and you can see the changes in the HTML pages. So as of now, you can just click on install button. As I suggested earlier, I have already installed that. So that's why I'm seeing the uninstall button. In your case, it will be the install button. After successfully installing these two things, you can close this and you can go to the Explorer section and click on the plus symbol here, new file, and click on that search bar and let's just type index.html. The HTML file will be having the basic structure like header and body. See, for example, if you type HTML and click enter, automatically it creates the head tag and end tag. Inside the HTML tags, you will be having head tag, and after the head tag, you will be having the body tag. If you just compare with any website, for example, let's say if you go to introduction.html, whatever you are seeing at the title, it will be from the header area. And whatever the content you are seeing in the overall picture, for example, the home button, the HTML tabs and the side menus and the overall content, that will be defined under your body tag. For simplicity, just since it's the introduction video, just we will type title, enter, and type learn HTML and CSS. Same way in the body section, you can type something like paragraph tag. P stands for paragraph, and you can type, let's say, lorem. And if you give 20, automatically it creates 20 words. So whenever you want to have some content rather than typing A, B, C, D or some random values, you can type lorem and type what number of words or what number of count of words you want, so that you can type. So for example, now I type lorem 20. So it will be giving some random content. And just save this. So whenever I save, it will format automatically. In your case, if it is not doing like that, just go to the file and click on the preferences, click on settings and look for the format on save. Here you can see the checkbox. Just make sure it is checked. Now after saving, just right click on the project, or let's say right click on the index.html, and you can see the option open with live server. So since we have already installed the plugin called live server, so you can have the option here. Just click on that. And here you can see the title of the page will be learn HTML and CSS, since we have mentioned title value as the learn HTML and CSS. In the body tag, we have mentioned some random content. The same thing, you can see it here. So let's say, for example, now I am going to this one and just let's say under the body tag, I am creating one more tag, header 2, enter and type HTML topic. Now as soon as you save it here, automatically it will be just making the formatting here or making the changes here. So that's the reason we have installed the live server. So as a summary, what we have done. So as a summary, we understood how the website works, and the websites will be returning the web pages and the web pages will be rendering in your browser. Then we have seen the introduction about the HTML. So what is HTML? Standard markup language. It is only making the changes or making the structure for your HTML pages. It is not the programming language. Then we have installed the VS Code, which is the very familiar one for HTML pages editing. And then after, when we go to the HTML, let's say when we go to the VS Code, we install two plugins called Live Server and Prettier. Prettier is for just to make the correct format and well formatted your HTML files. And Live Server, which makes you to save the changes and it will reflect directly in your open web page already, so that you don't need to refresh the browser every time. Then we created the index.html, and which will be having the basic sections like head and body. In the head and under the title tag, whatever we mentioned, it will be at the title of the web page. You can see at the tab level, learn HTML and CSS. And the same thing under the body tag, we have created the tag called H2. It will be representing as a header to subtopic, or let's say subheader. You can tell H1 will be the first header. And under the PDAG stands for, it is the paragraph. Under the paragraph, rather than typing a random content, we are typing lorem, and we will be just giving the numeric words. For example, 20, lorem 20, it will be creating those many words. For example, let's say if I'm typing something like lorem 10 or 20, again, it will create the 20 more words. Now here, as soon as you save it here, it will automatically reflect in your page. So that's the reason we have using the live server. So this is all about the introduction about the HTML and CSS. In going sessions, we will understand what are the different HTML tags and how can we include the CSS in that. So thanks for watching and have a great day.